All right, YouTube guys, this is a first. I'm doing a live recording for a podcast. So I'm going to try to just upload YouTube videos for you on this. So before I hit record, I'm telling you that. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to try to upload these. So this is the home studio. And here we go. We're going to get ready. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Arizona Quail Today. I am going to be, I'm recording actually the first YouTube live video. So if you want to move on over to our YouTube channel and watch basically this podcast on video, you can. I mean, I don't think there's anything special just sitting there looking at somebody, but for maybe some reason you like YouTube a lot, that's fine. I am sporting a cool little marsupial SunTech hoodie that I think is really cool. I'm also sporting an Arizona Quail Today hat, which I need to make an easier way for you guys to get those. Right now, you just got to Instagram message me, and then your donation of $25 or more. It really does need to be at least $25. These hats cost a freaking arm and leg, and then sending them are expensive too. So $50 would be awesome if you can help out. That just makes it all the more worth it. So I'm wearing one of those leather embroidered Arizona Quail Today. Anyway, today in the podcast, here's what I want to cover. 10 things I'm going to be doing in the off season, or maybe you want to think about it, 10 things to do in the off season with bird dogs. So here we go. I'd say number one, just conditioning and scouting with my bike. And when I mean my bike, I mean an e-bike. I've got a big fat tires on these things, huge, and love to go out and travel. Yesterday, I think I did 10 miles or so in different parts of good quail country, and it's nice. So I'll do that. I'm going to put on a lot of miles on my mountain bike this off season. And then in certain areas, I can take my dogs with me and get them to run. So this gives me a chance to scout out new quail habitat and mark out promising land. I mean, just yesterday, I was in an area and I was like, dude, I'm dropping a pin on this bad boy. And it was state land, but state land's good. And it borders some kind of big park. And just excited about that, actually, because sometimes in different areas of the state, you're just going to get more water, and so there's going to be different vegetation and bird numbers. So anyway, there's a lot of factors into that. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is conditioning and scouting, getting that cardio up. And getting a lot of miles on the bike and out in the backcountry. So I love going in my truck. Don't get me wrong, but I'm looking forward to that. Just getting out on my e-bike a bunch. And thanks to the friends up in Flagstaff, Flagstaff Electric Bikes, really good folks. I'm gonna try to find out who is my contact up there. I forget. My mind's going blank. Flagstaff e-bikes. This guy is really, really good. Gosh, what's his store? It's right there downtown. So if you're ever in Flagstaff downtown, you got to check him out. I'm trying to think of where this guy is. Geez. Oh, I think here it is. Rides in Motion. Let me see if this is it. No, this is not it. He's going to kill me for not knowing his store name. Okay. I'm going to have to find it. Let's see. Maybe it is this. Maybe it is the Rides in Motion. No, that does not look like it. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Anyway, if you haven't done the e-bike thing, it's actually really, really, really cool. Um, so I've been able to cover a lot of ground. It's quiet. And I'll tell you more about my e-bike another time. So I've totally butchered this. So in my show notes, I'll be sure to I will get the bike store in there. So I apologize. And I would be digging in my phone right now to look for the contact on the podcast, but I can't because I'm doing live recording. So anyway, I'll get back to that and give you much more information. And because I royally butchered that, I'm going to have to get back and do a lot better job to rep the e-bike world. But that's a new thing for me, and I'm excited about that. Scouting out new habitat. I did not use it as much as I was thinking I would during the quail season. I did use it some, but yeah, some of the country is just too rough for a truck, and I don't have a razor. So if you have a razor, I mean that's great, but I don't. So I think it's cool. I'm gonna get a razor eventually, but those things are pricey. Or get something like that. So anyway, scouting, conditioning. That's number one. Conditioning and scouting with the e-bike. Number two, I'm gonna do structured kind of bird workouts. I'll head over to Desert Creek Sportsman. Those guys over there. Apparently Tony is back in rolling. I think he just got some big plans for some upgrades in this next season, which is really cool. But I'll be out there real soon. In fact, I'm going to go out there. I've got some guys coming from the Fathers in the Field program, the ministry that we run, Fatherless Boys and Mentor Fathers. Going to take some guys out there, and we're going to do some dog work out there, working with chuckers and pheasant. These are obviously, pen raised birds, but it'll be a lot of fun. So Desert Creek, I'm going to head out there. Just get some time, focus on, bird contacts with these dogs, fine tuning and kind of just keeping their skills fresh, pointing, holding point, recall, whoa, all the basics, steadiness and controlled environment. So I like that. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work with Riley Cross, and he's got quail up in Black Canyon City, I think it is. He's a good dude. So I got a bunch of birds. I think I have a bunch of birds with him still. So I'll be doing some of that. Looking forward to that. So that's all can be pricey. So you can buy your birds from Riley Cross, Black Canyon City. You can go out to Desert Creek. I think they run till sometime in March. They'll kind of close down for the season, and then they'll kick back up. They just kind of run as kind of primetime cool season in the Phoenix Valley. So out towards Buckeye. Might have the marsupial guys out there with me too. We'll see. Another thing I'm going to do, so that's number two. Number three, I'm going to do live birds on a budget. I'm going to do pigeons. So I trap pigeons, and I do out of like this pizza joint. It's pretty funny. So special thanks to an old bird dog man named Marty. He showed me how to trap pigeons. I love it. It's total redneck. I love doing that kind of stuff. Pigeons can be nasty, and so it helps them out. They give me free food. I get gift cards. Take my little girls out, my daughters, and they love it. So pigeons, I'll have some pigeons. I'll use pigeons for something. I just always do. So I'm only trapping pigeons when the pizza joint has a problem, and then I'll trap a bunch of birds and then be done. I literally trapped, I think, 100 pigeons one time in about 2 months. So sometimes you just got to wipe them out, bro. They're in there. And they'll come back like in a cycle. Like there'll be no birds for 6 months, 3 months, and then all of a sudden they're all back. Just kind of fly in and kind of take over. So I use them for training. I use that for all sorts of steady work and just building the dog confidence. And then I'll go out with, I'll take my birds, sometimes pigeons. And this is the fourth thing I'm going to do is partner up with a pro. I'll work with Guy Malacone Jr. and do some clinics. So I'll bring pigeons. Sometimes I'll just donate some to him, or I've got a group of guys coming with the Arizona Quail Today crew, folks coming in, and I've helped organize a clinic, and I'll be a part of those doing that. And as far as location, where we're going to do that, I'm not sure. We're going to meet up early in the morning. I think it's $100 for the morning or something like that. And then you get some one-on-one training with Guy Malacone Jr. And it's great. You just get another set of eyes on handling and creeping and breaking and sloppy retrieves. You get the chance to kind of work with Guy, and then him see your dog and you work with your dog and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. So partnering up with Guy, I'm planning on doing that. That's number 4, Guy Jr. And we'll go I don't know how many times we'll do it. If we just do it a handful of times, it's great in the off season. So if you want to be a part of that, then just let me know. So you can reach out to Guy directly if you want to. I just kind of helped kickstart it a little bit. So I don't get anything out of it other than just learning. So number 5, here we go. Safety first. I'll be working with Cody out there at Rattlesnake Ready. Take dogs to Cody and his wife, Rattlesnake Ready. They're a great couple. Pretty awesome folks. So, I did not encounter any rattlesnakes this season. I was really grateful for that. I mean, it was hot too, so it had me nervous several times, a little spooky. But I didn't encounter any, so I'm actually really glad about that. That's really good. But he's got a spot out there in Cave Creek, and it doesn't take very long. You just go out there. He'll have some live rattlesnakes. Literally, it looks like he wraps like dental floss around the snake's head, and so it can't bite the dog. I think he defangs him as well. I mean, Cody's a real deal. The dude's been bit in the hand by a rattlesnake, and that's why when he waves at you, he's like this, like, hey, he's missing all sorts of fingers and stuff. Oh, check it. No. But his wife, she's got no, I'm joking. So it is interesting because I think his family lives on the property, so you can imagine those conversations to the little kids, don't go over there. That when Daddy's training, and there's snakes on the ground. I mean, I wonder if he's probably got some stories to tell. I'll have to do a podcast with him. Has your daughter ever wandered off into the snake aquarium or whatever they call it, the snake sanctuary? I think he's got one of the largest rattlesnake collections in the Southwest. Seriously, if not the country. It's crazy. So he is a snake dude. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool though. Pretty cool. And they're a great couple. Super high quality. I think unbelievable. Just great facility. I like the quality of the work that they do. So I've taken my dogs there several times. I think it's a good tune-up once a year. And just get your dog fully, avoidance training, kind of the scent, the sound, the sight. The guy works with all the senses of the dog: scent, sight, sound, all of it. So, and you guys that are out of state, that'd be good for you to come in town and just get that done. I would encourage you to do that. Tell them Arizona Quail Today sent you. If you're up in Flagstaff with this e-bike store I'm going to tell you about, tell them Arizona Quail Today sent you. It does help. If you work with Guy, tell them Arizona Quail Today sent you. If you work with Desert Creek Sportsman, tell them Arizona Quail sent you. If you work with Riley Cross, tell them Arizona Quail Today sent you. And see if they'll give you a deal. I mean, hey, it's worth asking. Just said, Ryan said you're going to be treated right. And, hey, man. I was thinking probably, the first 5 years or so, I'm just thinking, man, I just hope that people get a vibe that I'm just trying to help. And I love learning and sharing. So, anyway. All right, rattlesnake ready. That's number 5. Number 5. What else? Number 6. Oh, this is an interesting one. I'm going to do low impact conditioning, and it's swimming. I'm actually not. I mean, I'll swim a little bit. I do. Actually, in the community I live in right now, we have a lap pool. I'm looking at moving, and so up to New River area, and I think, there won't be no lap pool out there. That's for sure. New River's got water problems anyway, so there will be a pool hopefully. But anyway, I'm going to do some swimming, and specifically working with my dog swimming. So I get out on the lake, paddle boards with my wife. I actually am an old whitewater raft guide in class 3, 4, 5 whitewater. So, not 5, class 3 and 4. Not guiding, at least, for 5. And I did last summer. I just guided my family. I'm not doing it for pay anymore. But I'll get out on the water quite a bit. So I'm planning on doing that. It's good for the dogs. It's nice because it's hot in Arizona. So it's a fun way to get out. Get those dogs swimming. I'll have my dogs do a lot of retrieving in that water. And it's not so hard on joints. My dog Zona, she's got some joint problems, and she's 7. So I think it's going to be a good one. So I've always done that. I love that. So we do a lot of lake trips and stuff like that. So low impact conditioning, swimming, that'll be fun. Number 7, I'm drinking coffee while we're doing this. Number 7, I'm going to be doing some traveling, new country, cross country exposure. So I don't know. I'll head out to high country, get higher elevation, take my camper. My wife and I like to go. We got a little Airstream. It's a beautiful little rig, what do you call it? Some kind of a Bambi Sport is what it is. It's a short little sucker, but it's great. It's great. Works great for us. We love that. I'll put the dogs in the back of the truck and all summer long, and keep the windows open. They got shade and some wind, and just getting the dogs traveling on trips like that, new locations, new experiences, just get them comfortable, kind of living on the road. Living on the road, my friend. Yeah, I'm not going to sing that. But that's a Willie Nelson. Get them comfortable living on the road before season, I think it's just good. The dogs like to be with me, and I like being with the dogs. So, and that's a fun thing about quail hunters is they're just, there's a lot of dog men. They just like dogs. So anyway, somebody asked me that one time. I think it was Jim Graham. He's like, you bird hunters are funny. You guys are like dog people, like big time. I'm like, yeah, I agree. And it's funny, how many of you guys are sleeping with your dogs? It sounds so racy, but I hear that. I hear guys telling me Like they sleep with their dogs, especially in the dog trials. Like all those nice campers and rigs, those guys are in there sleeping with their bird dog. That's funny. I don't go there, dude. My dog is not getting in my camper unless it's freezing cold outside, and I don't want my dogs to freeze. So then I'll put them in the bathroom, and so it is funny though. There's a kind of a culture shift that's happened within dog handlers, like from like the pen to the being pampered, from the pen to the palace. So it's hilarious. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing some cross country travel. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Like to go up to Colorado. Um, I don't know if we're even gonna get up there this year or not. We've got a lot going on. We got kids getting married, all sorts of great stuff. So we'll see. But I'm definitely going to go to higher country and spend some time in that camper and uh, do a little writing projects. I'm a full-time pastor in North Valley, and I'm writing a number of books. Here's one I'm working on right now. I mean, this is crazy. Thinking biblical about the geopolitical and Israel, Iran, and America's future. Just lighthearted reading, you know. And I've got a book I put out for Arizona Quail today, Bible Readings for Bird Hunters, if you haven't picked up a copy of that. I think it's very entertaining. I wrote that one time just sitting in my camper and just doing a little study break and some rest and reprieve, and it was real easy. Wrote that, and gosh, probably 3 or 4 days, just kind of noodling around. But it's good lessons for ethics on hunting and stories and kind of weaving in. I tell a little bit of my personal testimony in that book, Bible Readings for Bird Hunters. You can pick it up on Amazon or Audible. So yeah, it's cool listening to audio. Like I do that just for myself too. Like just listen to a 3 or 4 minute little. It's a little tiny little chapters, and good stuff in there. All sorts of good truth woven in there. Elevate your hunt. 21 days. So travel, new country, cross country exposure. Number 8. I was just going to say focused obedience, retrieving and steady work. So I'll do like little short sessions to deliver, delivery to hand, especially with my dog Happy, because he's like not been doing it. He's been dropping it further away. So I'm going to clean up kind of his retrieve, his return. Like I said, I'll do some steady work, woe drills in the yard and field, and steady through flush and shot and bird setups. And I'll say sometimes when we get to wild birds, my dogs just don't do that as well. And I don't know. I'm gonna go to the experts on that. But overall, I was pleased with my dogs this season. Again, I don't have the Tom Brady dogs in the dog world. I've got some decent dogs, and I like them. They're great. So I'm a gun dog guy. I'm not a trial dog guy. So, if you're a trial dog guy, then I get it. All those points matter tremendously. But at the end of the day, here's what my dogs are doing for me. We are locating birds, and we are getting a couple more birds in the bag, usually, than I would by myself. So either they would retrieve it and I couldn't find it, or they would just help pin one down that I didn't even know was there. So anyway, that's number 8. Number 9, I'm going to be working with a horse. So I'm spending time getting the dogs and the horse comfortable together, working on dogs running in front or in back behind the horse, minding the horse, staying safe around legs and tack. And I'll start slow, controlled, and then build towards a more natural horseback kind of outings together. And where will this go? I don't know. I might do I might do one day where I'm kind of like riding into quail country and have a dogs with me. I'd love to shoot off my horse and do all that, but I don't see this horse doing that. mm, that would be really cool, but I don't think so. Um, that's a lot. Yeah. Number 10, what am I going to do? I'm going to be building kind of community. I'll be working with, I'm looking for new partners with Arizona Quail Today, working on gaining new partners and sponsors throughout the year. I, uh, I use these partnerships to kind of help grow the upland community and help provide support for mentors that are mentor fathers, and support as well to the field buddies, these fatherless boys. So if you're not familiar with one of our programs, our ministries that I work with specifically, and you guys have helped financially support and sponsor, that is the Fathers in the Field. And you can go to their website, uh, fathersinthefield.com is where you can find a website and defend the cause of the fatherless. And so I just spoke at one of the donor gatherings just recently, and 100 plus people from around the country were there. It was really cool. And defending the cause of the fatherless, more than 50% of boys today are growing up in America without a dad in their home. And these boys are, at the highest risk for incarceration and juvenile delinquents and crime and teen pregnancy, abortions, just all sorts of trouble. It's tragedy. And so, when a mentor father intervenes, it literally kind of changes the cycle of brokenness. And so it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I've worked with many mentor fathers and seen the men's lives transform, and then see these boys' lives transform. And we'll support them as in the hunting world. So I'm like the guide for them, kind of like the sponsor support. And so I've harnessed lots of support from marsupial. These guys have been unbelievable to help me, to help them. We've done everything with gun. I mean, these boys will get them into, like Ben Avery's, and they'll shoot a bunch of clay targets. We'll get them into hunter's education. And this isn't like an event. We're not into events. This is like 3-year commitment. This is like deep. This is like hunter's discipleship, mentorship. It is a big deal. And I put my stamp of approval on the guys that I can trust, trust with a young boy. And these guys are guys in our church, and any church can have this program. So it's basically kind of like you partner with Fathers in the Field if you're a local church, and you can get that program running. And then we work with the single moms, and the single moms bring the boys, and then, we got to make a big commitment, and they make a commitment, and we do 1 year at a time. And it's unbelievable. I love it. It's great. So all the sponsors and partnership go to that. That's the majority of the financial resources that are required for Arizona Quail Today, is just working with that, because we'll get them, bird vest, guns, shells, hunting experiences. And we've got a few new boys in the program, and we support the mentor fathers as well. Like I said, I'm doing a hunt with Desert Creek Sportsmen. I'm taking a couple of the mentor fathers out. And that's important. These are the guys that are putting in the time. They're the real heroes. So I'll be working with them. And so help me help them. If you want, you can make a donation, tax-deductible gift, Arizona Quail Today, azquailtoday.com. Be really, really cool. And if your business or something wants to partner with us, I'd love to explore that with you. So I'll continue to put out educational content with podcast tips and tricks throughout the off season. Looking forward to that. I'm gonna host a quail camp as well, and the quail camp will be for specifically. I'll tell you another sponsor that we got to help with the quail camp was those guys up in Flagstaff that hike store, Babbitt's Outdoors. Yeah, Babbitt's Outdoors. I'm pulling them up in Flag. So yeah, Babbitt's Backcountry Outfitters. So if you're up there in Flagstaff, go in there and tell them you're friends with Ryan, Arizona Quail Today, and do business with those guys. They're sponsoring our work. They'll sponsor our quail camp. And Riley Cross is a big sponsor as well. So Babbitt's Backcountry Outfitters. That guy Keith, I met him out in the field one day hunting, and we just became friends. I sent him a marsupial vest, so he's got one of those. It was really cool. He's a good guy. He's got a great, I think his daughter works there as well, and they're just a great family. So anyway, go visit Keith up there, and thank you, Babbitt's Backcountry, for sponsoring us. Oh, dude, and I got some really cool. I'll have to do a podcast on gear, so I'll have to do that and show you some of the cool gear that I got. And then the YouTube channel actually becomes all the more valuable because you can actually see it. So anyway, I'll be doing a quail camp. It's not open to the public. It's just for our mentor fathers. It's for the boys. They're small little operations, lots of quail, lots of dog work, lots of opportunities for the boys to shoot their first bird. And it's pretty amazing. So, man, yeah, I'm having fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this content and it's helpful. So that's about it. So that's what I'm doing in the off season. Those are some ideas to maybe get you going. So we'll see. We'll just keep taking it step by step. All right, friends, well, have a good one. That makes another episode. We'll see you next time.